Going to go over today external rotation in the shoulders. So the previous video that we did, we talked about external rotation in relation to bench press and rowing movements and trying to activate the external rotators of the shoulders before moving the shoulder blades. So basically when it comes to most people, most of the time you usually find a bit of an issue when it comes to strength within the rotator cuff, especially in external rotation. A lot of the times to compensate for external rotation of the shoulders, there's movement that comes elsewhere. Usually in a pull down, there's a bit of a shrug or something like that, or the shoulder blade tends to move to compensate for the lack of control at the rotator cuff and the ability to externally rotate the shoulder. So a couple of different moves that you can do and exercises to help strengthen your rotator cuff, and also just in general educate somebody how to actually move in the external rotation and move the actual shoulder itself rather than trying to just move to the shoulder blade. So our really kind of basic level one where we go to is something like a sideline position, where Donnie's going to demonstrate it. At the minute it looks like he's just fallen over, but actually he's not, and this is not. So you could do initially is say, Donnie's got a weight, but if you drop the weight for now, maybe all you want to do with somebody is just educate them, or maybe you want to do this with yourself, educate yourself how to just move through your shoulder. So what we're looking to do here is essentially keep the shoulder blade fixed and not let it move, and try and just externally rotate that arm from the shoulder and feel the back of the rotator cuff doing the work. If that's okay, you can kind of keep the shoulder blade fixed and feel that sort of burn of that working in the back of the shoulder. The next thing would be to just add load and then do it with a dumbbell. The good thing about doing it in the sideline position is what usually tends to happen when someone does some external rotation work from a standing position is they tend to arch to the back. Again, just to compensate for that lack of control at the shoulder, they'll try and find range by arching to the back. When you put someone in a sideline position, you can get them to really focus on keeping their core pretty stable and not move through that lower back. In previous videos talked about like rib cage flare, people arching to the lower back to compensate for things. This is pretty much a classic example where that would happen. So once we've kind of done a sideline position, you might then move to more of a standing position with someone. So Donnie, if we go to the cable, go this one. And we'll just do external rotation with the cable. So in this position, this should be a classic one where someone who maybe hasn't got great control over their rotator cuff for strength, we tend to maybe arch their lower back in terms of getting range of motion, or just find it really hard to keep that shoulder blade stable and fixed. So we'll try and move through the shoulder blade instead. It'll basically look like a pull out and that shoulder blade will slide along. In reality, if you jump around this side, in reality, what we want to see is like this shoulder blade staying completely stable and then just moving through the shoulder and getting kind of a burning sensation here. Kind of common things that you'll see to work around this sort of compensate is pulling the shoulder blade across, moving through the rib cage if you drag that, or else extending through the arm and opening up to the elbow, kind of like a tricep extension. And really what we want to see is pretty good posture, control over the rib cage, stable shoulder blade, and that movement just coming from the shoulder here. The reason we've got the pad under Donnie's arm at the minute is just to put that shoulder in a better position. You don't really want that arm glued in tight inside. That usually makes it harder to feel the rotator cuff working. So getting a wee bit of abduction, putting the arm off the side, just tends to assist with this. Okay, so we covered external rotation from what's called 30 degrees of abduction, where that arm's just slightly off the side. It's quite a stable position. Person can work on kind of controlling your core and then working that external rotation and that rotator cuff. The next thing would be then taking the arm up to 90 degrees of abduction and trying to work from here. This is a much less stable position. It's much harder to control. If you're someone like Donnie who's a lot of muscle mass, finds this position quite difficult, you can take that elbow slightly further forward. It's called the scapular plane. You're still trying to stabilize that shoulder and work from here. And that usually allows a bit more range of motion. It's a bit less challenging to that shoulder. Bit easier for the person to work on the rotator cuff. Sometimes if it's 90 degrees and you're pulling back, there's a tendency for that shoulder to want to ride forward. It's a wee bit harder. So once we've got here, we've worked that kind of angle. The next thing we try and do is move on to something where you're combining external rotation with like movement through the shoulder blades. Like what we do in a row, the same sort of concept. So what we can use here is a face pull. So in this case, what Donnie's going to do, going to try and pull the shoulder blades together and also get some external rotation to the shoulders at the end. So he pulls the shoulder blades together and he's trying to pull back here with those hands and get that external rotation. He's still thinking about his core position, still trying to keep that rib cage down and basically work on just moving those shoulder blades and then trying to just rotate that shoulder back.